felt like old Rob did this morning. We was in that fellowship, and he was just sort of hanging around up here, and I walked up and spoke to him. He said, "I'm ready." And guys, I've been ready this morning. Let me ask you a question. Would you say, when you think about the Apostle Paul, would you say that he was just sort of a giant for God? Sold out. As a matter of fact, as he went around and people was always coming against him, and we think about the army of God that we're called to, would you say that Paul was more of a soldier or a warrior? He was a soldier, but man, he was a warrior. And this morning we're going to talk about the difference between a soldier and a warrior. And so what I want us to realize is that Paul was called to be a warrior. And you and I, we're called to be warriors for Jesus Christ in the army of God. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verses 1 through 4 says this. Now, as I read this, I want you to remember, Paul is writing to Timothy, his first letter to Timothy. It seems like that he led Timothy to Christ. He evangelized him. He shared the gospel. He led him to Christ. And Paul's the old man. Timothy's the young man. Paul's been through it. Timothy's about to go through it. Paul has been through it so much that he's in maximum security. He's in jail right now. And he's basically telling Timothy, no matter what you face, stick with the stuff, stay with the truth. Chances are the same thing that's happened to me is going to happen to you if you preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. Mark, he says, preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. Whatever happens, it's worth it. It's worth it. Preach the gospel. And he's telling that to us today. Listen, thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Christ Jesus, and the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses. People keep coming to Timothy and saying, have you heard the latest about Paul? Now, there are people that says that about you and me. But when they said, have you heard the latest about Paul, they talking about good stuff, Miss Lowe.